It's a well-known fact that guns are at the core of a battleship. If you have several well-proven high-caliber guns in stock, don't hesitate even for a moment and immediately start building the right ship to accommodate them. That's how the British conceived of HMS Vanguard, the last battleship of the Royal Navy. At the brink of World War II, the Admiralty realized that the balance of naval forces was not in favor of Great Britain, and furthermore, there were delays in the construction of new battleships. Then the British remembered that they had 4 turrets with 381mm guns gathering dust in storage, where they had remained since battlecruisers HMS Courageous and HMS Glorious had been converted into aircraft carriers. The plan was as simple as pie. Install the old guns on a new hull. In theory, it was an excellent plan. HMS Vanguard was laid down in October 1942, but would be commissioned only on August 9, 1946. She went on her first long voyage in the capacity of Royal Yacht when George VI embarked on a tour of South Africa on board her. Although Vanguard took part in naval exercises involving artillery practice throughout her entire service, she remained a ceremonial battleship, participating in parades and welcoming kings and presidents on board. But enough history. How does Tier 8 battleship Vanguard stand in World of Warships? A massive and abrupt hull with a silhouette rising towards the bow, reminiscent of a captain's cap. The shape of her bow and raked Atlantic stern gave the ship the best propulsive performance out of all battleships built by the Royal Navy. A maximum speed of 30 knots and turning circle radius of 850 meters are average values for the tier. But pay attention to her rudder shift time, only 9.7 seconds. It's enough to dodge torpedoes and escape with minimal damage. Let's review her offensive capabilities now. Primary armament: 8 Mark I 381mm guns, produced in 1916. Old but not useless. Powerful, accurate and quick firing. Their range is 20 kilometers. Shells fall within 240 meters, and the reload time is 25 seconds. Those who believe that British battleships are only about HE shells are in for a surprise. Vanguard's AP shells are also quite good. Vanguard's armor is quite decent, with a layout similar to that of the ship's Monarch and Lion, except for the citadel, which treacherously sticks out above the waterline. Although the real-life Vanguard didn't have a chance to test her protection in a real battle, in the game, it's better to be on the lookout for incoming shells to prioritize upgrading your survivability. Owners of this battleship will be happy to learn that she comes equipped with an improved version of the repair party consumable, with a cooldown period of 60 seconds. This can restore more HP than the greater majority of her counterparts at this tier. I suppose that having reached Tier 8, many of you will have accumulated enough battle experience to give you the required courage of conviction that comes with taking a difficult ship out to sea, and demonstrating your set of refined skills in doing so. Let's conclude. Vanguard is a powerful ship, but one that requires composure and accurate estimation. At the same time, she is very agile for a battleship, and through improving your concealment, you can quickly change position and surprise your opponents by suddenly appearing where they least expect you. However, you'll need to carefully monitor your distance to the enemy, because getting within spotting range, 14 kilometers with a camouflage and upgrade mounted, can be fatal to you. It's worth keeping in mind that the training angles of the battleship's turrets won't allow you to fire a full broadside without risking your own safety. When appraising the tactical situation, don't hesitate to switch ammunition type. Vanguard's HE shells carry a good chance of causing fire and inflicting serious damage to destroyers. Use this to your advantage. Learn the Superintendent Commander skill. The additional use of the repair party consumable that it provides will come in handy in any situation, especially as it's able to restore 430 HP per second. And of course, don't forget about the special camouflage that can provide an increased yield of credits while reducing the cost of servicing the ship. It's notable that in building Vanguard, the British drew the line on the history of an entire ship type, one which they had incepted themselves through constructing the famous dreadnought. This alone is a sound reason for any naval history enthusiast to dock Vanguard in their port. Good luck, captains.